Hello and welcome back to Typical City. We're one win away from declaring ourselves champions of the world. Manchester City Club World Cup champions. What a statement that's going to be. Going back home though, you're not going to find too many English fans who know what you're talking about, to be honest, because we'll be the fourth English team ever to win this tournament, with United winning it in 2008, Liverpool winning it in 2019 and Chelsea winning it in 2021. So, you go and speak to Newcastle fans, Arsenal fans, pretty much anyone else, they don't know what you're talking about. So it doesn't mean very much to them, but trust us, if they were in that tournament, they'd be banging on about it left, right and centre. So Manchester City fans, we can do the same. I have every confidence we're going to win this. I really believe Manchester City are going to win this. I know Fluminense are a much more difficult task than Red Diamonds were. I'll give you that, but still, they're a team that we can definitely beat. This is Pep's familiar territory as well, because although it would be the fourth English side to ever win a FIFA Club World Cup, it would be Pep's fourth. Him alone, as a single individual, it would be his fourth. With the amount of times he's won it with Barcelona prior to this would be his fourth FIFA Club World Cup. So Pep knows what he's doing, and he takes it very seriously. We saw that starting 11 against Red Diamonds, and it was very strong. I don't think many City fans were expecting him to go quite as strong as that. I think we'll see maybe the odd change here and there from Manchester City, but Fluminense are a really interesting side, packed with experience, and we do have an ulterior motive. There's another reason we can kill two birds with one stone here. We can have a good scouting network. One of our transfer targets, Andre, is sitting straight in the middle of their midfield, a defensive midfielder priced around £35 million that Manchester City are reportedly targeting as an alternative to Lucas Paquetá, which is extremely exciting. So with the same swoop of winning a trophy, we can also scout one of our potential targets at the same time. So it could be a good day all round for Manchester City as long as we win it, but we've got to be mindful of their tenacity in the middle. With Andre in the middle, that's pretty much their only youth in that middle. And Martinelli as well. Both of those players are 22 years old, but they've got an average age back four of 34 years old, with Xavier at right back, Nino and Felipe Melo, a legend Felipe Melo, who's like 40. He's literally 40 now. Sitting in centre back, and Marcelo, everyone will remember him from his Real Madrid days, at left back. And then you've got the front four average age of 33 years old, with Jean Arias, who scored against Al Ahly, Enrique Ganso, Kino, and German Cano, who's an Argentine 35-year-old, as their centre forward. That's what we've got to go up against. So an average age of 34 in defence, an average age of 33 is their front four, and then you've got the midfield two of Andre and Martinelli, both who are 22 years old. And for anyone who's wondering, Fabio is their goalkeeper, and he is 106 years old. No, he's actually 43, not 106 yet, but maybe one day, who knows. City, on the other hand, we will have no Haaland, no KDB, and no Doku. That's confirmed because of the ineligibility of those three players. The same 23 players who were in the squad for the semi-finals have to be the same 23 players in the final. It's a stupid rule. I don't understand why that's the case. I feel like they've been brought along for the journey. To be honest, they deserve to be here because of De Bruyne and Haaland do, because of their involvement last season. But still, it's a shame that we won't see either three of them. In terms of Manchester City, though, I think we're going to see a fairly strong side again. Let's have a quick look at Manchester City's, my predicted starting 11 at least. I think considering we saw Ederson in the semi-final, we're probably going to see Ederson again. Now, I'm going to have a look at the subs. What happened in the semi-final with Foden, Silva and Akanji all coming off in the 65th minute, and Rodri and John Stones all coming off in the 77th minute. I think that gives us a little bit of an insight, a little bit of a clue as to what Pep had in mind for the future games, taking them off and bringing players on for minutes is one thing, but taking players off to protect them and save their energy for the next game is probably also part of the thinking as to why those substitutes happened. With that in mind, I think those players that came off will probably play in this game. Pep's going to take it seriously. The debate is going to be Kyle Walker, because he played 90 minutes. Will he play the full 90 minutes again? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to go with Akanji. Seeing as Akanji came off, I'm going to go with that defence that people are crying out for, minus one player. that won us the treble last season. So with that in mind, Akanji in at right centre-back, Ruben Diaz in the middle. I'm going to go with Gvardiol because Ake played the full game. Gvardiol came on against Red Diamonds, which was another case of getting minutes, keeping him fit. Ake played the full 90. Do you want to risk Nathan Ake? He's been our best defender this season. I think he's been brilliant. I think he's been sensational, Nathan Ake. So I'm a bit wary about playing Nathan Ake for another 90 minutes in this game. Gvardiol, who came on, was a bit ropey against Red Diamonds. He needs to shake that off. And I don't see why he doesn't deserve a start in this game, even though his form hasn't been exactly scintillating, but he's been okay. So hopefully Gvardiol can grow using this and get another trophy. He's already got himself a Super Cup. Can he get another FIFA Club World Cup and get a taste for life at Manchester City and silverware that comes with it? It's not just a byproduct, it's part and parcel of it. So Rodri, I think, is going to play in front of them, alongside John Stones, who came off. A little bit on the risky side, playing John Stones so frequently after, he came off in the 75th minute against, 77th minute against Red Diamond, so it's a little bit of a risk to play John Stones so soon after playing most of the game against Red Diamonds, but a risk worth taking. What we do in midfield's interesting. It's harsh because I thought Kovacic and Nunes both played really well. I think one of them will be dropped. I'm not too sure which one. I'm going to probably go with Kovacic and go with Nunes, who was brilliant, absolutely brilliant against Red Diamonds. I want to see it again. It's more of a want of mine rather than a thinking inside Pep Guardiola's mind, who can do that anyway. But I'm looking forward to seeing Nunes, and I want to see more of him. I'd like to see Oscar Bob start. I'm not sure he will, though. I think Nunes might tuck in there, actually. And then I'm going to go with... It's really tough. It's really, really tough what he's going to do. Because the good thing is these options, I feel better about them now. I look at these options that Pep's got and I feel confident looking at them. I don't feel like, no, he definitely can't play. I feel like the choices, I'm okay with them all. You're like, I'm okay with everything. It's just a case of fitness management and minutes management now. But winning the game is the number one priority. Of course it is. So you don't want to go too weak. You don't want to go too strong. I'm going to go with Bernardo Silva on the right, and actually because of that I'm going to put Nunes back over here, actually get himself linked up with his Portuguese companion. Hopefully that can help. I'm going to go with Phil Foden in the middle, who could link up with his English companion on the left hand side, Jack Grealish. Gvardiol's done a runner. I don't know where he thought he was going. Gvardiol's, he's had enough. He's handing in his sick note. What you doing, mate? Get back in the team. Bugging out, this app, it really is. And I'm going to go with the Argentine Julian Alvarez, who's going to be a bit fired up with Brazil versus Argentina. They've got an Argentinian, I'm going to get my words out eventually, Argentinian centre forward. And so have we, going up against Felipe Melo and who else they got? Nino and Javier and Marcelo. So it's going to be a really interesting tie. That's my predicted starting 11. I'm quite happy with it. I think that wins most games that it comes up against this season, to be honest. So why wouldn't it beat Fluminense? That's my question. I think we have every chance of coming home as Club World Cup champions. That's my predicted start 11. What is yours, though? I really want to hear your thoughts. Do you think we should be rotating more players than I've done? Do you think we should be having a fresh, like the likes of Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob? Should these players all be starting this game, or do you think it's just play it safe, rotate one or two maybe, and then go full strength outside of those one or two changes? Get your thoughts in the comment sections below. Please do drop a like on the video. It really does help. Typical City is the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is Typical City now, holding up silver.